Okay guys, so let's finish up this review. Well, looking at this one, it looks like I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by radical 8. So radical 8, radical 8. So that means I'm going to have 3. Radical 2 times 8 is 16 over radical 64. So that tells me I'm going to have 3 times square root of 16 is 4 over square root of 64 is 8. So I have 3 times 4 is 12 over 8. I can simplify this sum though. So let's pull out a 4 from each. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 3 halves. Okay, the next one. Looking at this, okay, so there is a minus sign here. So that tells me I want to multiply by the opposite of that. So I have 5 plus radical 3. 5 plus radical 3. So let's multiply these together. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times radical 3 is plus 4 radical 3 over 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times radical 3 is plus 5 radical 3. Negative radical 3 times 5 is minus 5 radical 3. And negative radical 3 times positive radical 3 is negative radical 9. So let's simplify this sum. The plus 5 radical 3 and the minus 5 radical 3 are going to cancel. So I'm going to have 20 plus 4 radical 3 over 25 minus, what's the square root of 9? It is 3. So we're going to have 20 plus 4 radical 3 over 25 minus 3 is 22. Now we can simplify this sum. Everything can take a 2 out of it. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 radical 3 over 22 divided by 2 is 11. So that is my final answer. For the next one, we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by the opposite. So radical 5 minus 5 radical 3. Radical 5 minus 5 radical 3. Okay, so 3 times radical 5, that's 3 radical 5. 3 times negative 5 radical 3, that's negative 15 radical 3. Over, okay, radical 5 times radical 5, that's radical 25. Radical 5 times negative 5 radical 3, that's negative 5 radical 15. Positive 5 radical 3 times radical 5 is plus 5 radical 15. And 5 times 5 is 25. That should be a negative. So negative 25 radical 9. So let's simplify this down a little bit. We have 3 radical 5 minus 15 radical 3 over square root of 25 is 5. These two are going to cancel. Minus 25 times 3. So that's going to give us 3 radical 5 minus 15 radical 3 over 25 times 3 is 75. 5 minus 75 is negative 70. So that is my final answer. So one more time, 25 times 3, that's negative 75. So I did 5 minus 75, which is negative 70. Okay, last two. We're going to multiply the top and the bottom by the opposite. So 2n, 5n to the 4th over negative 2n plus 3, 5n to the 4th. Okay, so 5 times 2, that's negative 10n squared plus 15n radical 5n to the 4th over, okay, this is going to be the long part. 2 times 2, that's 4n squared. Okay, so that part's done. The next part, negative 6n radical 5n to the 4th, right? Yep, okay. Plus, because 3 times negative 2, so that is plus 6n radical 5n to the 4th minus 9 radical 25n to the 8th. Okay, So let's simplify. We have negative 10 n to the second plus 15n radical 5n to the fourth over, these two things are going to cancel, so we have 4n squared minus 9 times 5n to the fourth. So, well, real quick, up on the top, I can simplify this into the fourth right here. So I'm going to make that into n squared. So I have negative 10 n squared plus 15 n to the third, because I had 1 and I added 2 to it. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Radical 5 over 4n squared minus 9 times 5 is 45 n to the fourth. I would accept this as my final answer. I would say, okay, that's fine. I don't think on the test I will give you one that is this hard. For the last one, okay, this one's a fair game one. So we have 3 minus radical 3n to the fourth over 3 minus radical 3n to the fourth. 4 times 3 is 12 minus 4 radical 3n to the fourth over 3 times 3 is 9, negative 3n to the fourth, plus 3n to the fourth, minus radical 9n to the eighth. Okay, so that's going to give me 12 minus 4 radical 3n to the fourth over 9. These two are going to cancel, minus 9n to the fourth. Looking at this top n to the fourth, I can simplify that. So I have 12 minus 4n squared, radical 3, over 9 minus 9n to the fourth. Can I take anything out of all these? No, I can't. So this is my final answer. Okay, so that is everything that will be on your quiz on Friday. Do not forget about it. It is from 1 to 2 p.m. on Edulastic. If you're still having issues getting onto Edulastic, email me and we will get you onto it. Thank you.